Welcome to Town of Barnstable's formal site plan review. Today's date is August 15th, 2024. My name is Brian Florence, and I'll be the chair for this meeting. You may have noticed that this meeting is being recorded. Please be advised this is not a public hearing, and the recording is being made for minute-taking purposes only. After the minutes have been completed, the recording will be deleted from our system. Purpose of site plan review is to ensure that a site plan for a proposed development is in compliance with local, state, and federal regulations before a project is submitted for permitting. To that end, this meeting brings all of the town's regulatory agencies together in one place so that you don't have to go from department to department to try to understand what's required of you in order to obtain a permit. While we may, as a courtesy, provide insight into what regulations will apply to your project during the permitting process, this process should not be construed to be an approval of activities such as building permits and licensing and historic and health permits. So none of that is done here. That's done in a different place. The way our process works is we'll read your case into the record. You, as the applicant, will then have an opportunity to give a brief presentation. From there, I'll ask for a staff comment and questions. It would be helpful if you mute your microphones until it's your turn to speak. And if you are going to speak, please state your name before speaking. If you need to share your plans, we've made arrangements for you to do so. If you don't know how to do that, just let us know. We're happy to assist you with that. Just let me know before you try to share plans so that we don't disrupt the flow of the meeting. Maggie takes note of this proceeding and will provide our applicants with a letter outlining any outstanding matters or conditions that need to be addressed. So don't feel like you need to take notes. And that is our housekeeping for the day. Maggie, would you like to read our case into the record?
Our first and only case today is site plan review 24-58 for Cape Club K9, represented by attorney Dan Creedon. The address is 30 Perseverance Way, Unit 7 in Barnstable. Map parcel 295-00700G. The zoning is the IND as well as the WP overlay. The applicant seeks a conditional special permit approval for a commercial kennel license at its existing location. No construction is planned.
Dan, would you like to start your presentation on these dog days of summer?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Somehow my volume just went down almost nothing, so I can barely hear you, so bear with me. Sorry. For the record, Dan Creedon on behalf of Cape Club K9 Inc. As Maggie read into the record, this is an application for a special permit incidental to what will follow a request for a conditional use special permit incidental to under the town code section 4035, an ultimate application and request for a commercial kennel license from the town manager. These are prerequisites under 4035 to filing that application. What prompted this need for additional approval was that my client purchased the business assets from the prior operator at this location at 30 Perseverance Way, Unit 7, in or about January of this year, misunderstanding that the permits they thought would transfer with the purchase of the assets, which is not the case. Licenses, as we know, are individualized and personalized to the licensee. So that's why we're here, and we request that you find it provable under site plan review. I'm happy to answer any questions if I can hear you.
Thank you, Dan. Can you hear me now?
Barely. This is like a hearing test. That's how faint it is.
If you want to try to turn the computer up, we can stand by while you do that.
I don't know. I have a new phone. I just installed. Everything was fine, volume wise, until Maggie started reading the matter into the record. Let me just see if I can adjust this. Give me 1 second.
Take your time.
I don't know what is happening. Manage settings. I don't know, guys.
All right.
I'm not great on Zoom.
We'll try to speak a little louder for you.
Okay.
All right. Dan, are they just operating the same way that the previous kennel was?
With one exception, there is a conditional use special permit that benefited an operator 2 operators ago, known as Whiskers Pet Grooming. The zoning board issued a special permit in 2008. And one of the conditions on that special permit was that there be no overnight kenneling. My client seeks to obtain approval to do overnight. Other than that, every aspect of what they're doing now is identical to what the interim operator, Coda's Place, Wayne Kendrick, was doing. And then before him, what Holly Tenero and Whiskers Pet Grooming was doing in this location.
Okay. We'll bring it back to staff. Maggie, do we receive any correspondence on this matter?
No.
Okay. Building division, please.
Thank you, Brian. Jeff Carter, Building Division. No construction is being proposed, so there's no building permit application. We just asked that if there's any new signage that a sign permit be applied for and issued through the Building Division. That's all, Brian.
Thank you. Planning and development.
Good morning, this is Anna from Planning and Development. As already mentioned, the application will need to come to Zoning Board of Appeals for a modification of the 2008 special permit and a license from the town manager's office. That's all.
Thank you. Public health.
Thank you, Brian. David Stan with Public Health. If they have outdoor rubbish storage, they will need to screen that from public view. And then just as a side note, the site plan is a little bit older and shows it's on a septic system. However, they have upgraded and are on town sewer now. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Engineering.
Venerable DPW Engineering. Our previous comment related to requesting updated sewage flow calculations has been squared away with Dan. He called me over to my office yesterday, explained that this is no longer a change in use. It's existing as a kennel and continuing as a kennel. So my previous comment is no longer applicable. No further comment at this time.
Thank you. Does anybody see any reason why this matter cannot move forward to permitting? Seeing none, I find the matter is approvable and may proceed to permitting. Thank you, Attorney Creedon.
Thank you, Mr. Florence. Other members, appreciate it. Thank you, Maggie. Have a good day.
All right, you too as well.